Nikhil Chawla. We are somewhere in the middle of Namyang and Nürburgring. I'm just kidding. We are in Udaipur driving the Hyundai i20 N-Line. And I specifically chose this location because it reminded me of the N-Line. We just stopped here by the N badge, and the N badge is not just on the road, it's on the car, all over the car. So up front you can see the design changes, how it's different from the regular i20 that we see on the roads. First up front is the 3D checkered flag grille. And the reason I'm calling it a 3D checkered flag grille is because there are huge gaps for the air intake, and this is like a 3D textures embossed on the grille, and Hyundai wants you to feel that it's a proper performance sports car. Even though it's not a proper N version of a Hyundai car, it's an N-line version of the car. So that means Hyundai has made some tweaks to the existing car, in this case the i20. So this is the i20 N-line. So now let's move to the side of the car and see what all changes have been made to the side of the car and how is the side profile different from the regular i20. So now let's talk about the side profile of the Hyundai i20 N-Line. As you can see, N-Line badging across the car. This is on the side fender. You also see N badging on the 16 inches diamond alloy wheels and the red brake calipers, which look really nice and sporty. The red accents continue, and you can see that on the skirting throughout, and this red highlights really makes it sporty and distinguishes it from the regular i20 that we have in the markets. And since we are driving the dual tone top model of the N-Line, the roof is black. The i20 N-Line comes in 6 color options, 4 of which are single tone options, which are Thunder Blue, Titan Grey, Fury Red and Polo White. The dual tone options include Thunder Blue plus Phantom Black Roof and Fury Red plus Phantom Black Roof. So this color, the blue color that we are driving today, is exclusive to the i20 N-Line. You can't get it in Asta Sports or the regular i20, any version of the regular i20. So if you see or notice this blue color on the roads, you definitely know it's an i20 N-Line. In terms of dimensions, the overall length of the car is 3995 mm, the width is 1775 mm, the height is 1505 mm, and the wheelbase is 2580 mm. So now let's move to the back and see what's different on the rear. So now let's talk about the rear design of the Hyundai i20 N-Line. And the N-Line badging runs across the car. You'll see it prominently on the boot also. So the first thing you notice is not just the N-Line badging, but also this twin exhaust chrome tips, and they sound really nice. They have been tuned for the N-Line variant, and they're nothing like what you've heard on the i20's existing models. Also, the bumper is really sporty. Like in the front, you get a really sporty bumper at the back, and I really like this black finishing and the rear air diffusers. The other thing that you'll notice is it's not just the spoiler here, you also get rear wings. Yes, these are rear wings to make it more aerodynamic. I also really like the chrome garnish running across the car. It starts from the left and goes across and goes till the end of the light to the right. And since it's based on top of the Asta i20 model, you get all the basics that you get in that. You get the reverse sensors, reverse camera, all these are included because it's based on the top model of the i20, the i20 Asta model. And in fact, it has 27 more features than what you get on an i20 Asta. So now let's talk about the interior of the i20 N-Line and how it is different from the regular i20. So first up, you will see the checkered flag seats, really nice. N-Line steering wheel, the red stitching accents, you know, whether it's the AC vents, the AC controls, you know, the side door, everything has those red accents that you saw in the exterior. These red accents run across the car and giving that like really sporty feel. And since it's day, you are not able to see the red ambient light, which also adds to adrenaline rush to the car when it's dark at night. So that red ambient lighting is not visible at the moment, but it's really nice. Also, the gear lever is different. Whether you're driving the DCT or the IMT, the gear lever is N badging. It also has this red stitching on the lever, which is really nice. The seats also have this red stitching, N badging on the seat. Just under it is the checkered flag, and that is on all the seats, the N badging and the checkered flag, which looks nice. Even the mats are different for the Hyundai i20 N-Line. You've got a swanky new mats which look really nice and funky. So i20 is one of the most comfortable premium hatchback, and that comfort continues in the i20 N line, because there are no changes to the seating or the comfort. It's just that the design of the seats, the fabric of the seats have changed, but the comfort is still the same. It's really nice, and you like the position that you are at. The armrest is adjustable, so if you're driving from this place, you still have that rest of your elbows from whatever angle you're at it. So if I compare it to the i20 Asta DCT I've been driving, I really like the roof lining, which is now dark and grayish black, which is really nice. Again, excludes of sportiness and that performance vehicle strata it has, which is really nice to see. Again, even the sunglasses holder and all these plastics have been really dark black grayish. So these sun blinds are also dark in color, matching the aesthetics of the car. So they made sure that these little things have been taken care of. Again, so you look at the roof line, it's all dark and black and looks really nice. One major change that I felt that I don't know if anybody has noticed or not, that the rear view mirror is now electronically adjusted. You don't have to manually switch it. It is automatically sensing the light and turns dark when it's night. So this is a new addition which is not there in the i20 Asta model. So since it's based on the top model, you get a cool glove box, which is nice, handy thing, especially in a country like ours where there's a lot of feet. You can keep your drinks in there and they always remain cool, which is a nice feature. Again, I think it's standard that all those features that we had, the wireless charging, the climate control, the infotainment system, continues from the i20 Asta line, which is nice. And you also get that great 7-speaker Bose surround system. So I think that's about the front seats. Now let's move at the back and see how comfortable it is. What are the changes they've made to the rear seats. So the rear seat comfort is also similar to what you get in a regular i20. You have ample amount of thigh support, there's enough knee support, lot of headroom, so you have no complaints there. It's really comfortable to sit at. The armrest is still there, so because it's the top model you get it, but I would have loved if Hyundai would have added some cup holders here. That would have been a nice addition. That is missing. Otherwise, I mean, that's alright because you get it on the sides, but center armrest with cup holders would have been a nice addition. The seats are very similar in terms of comfort. The material is different. The checkered flag is here. The headrests also have red stitching, and so does the seat. Even the AC vents on the rear have red line on it. The red accents really look nice. There's no change in the wheelbase or anything, so you would not find any different in it. It's just, again, I mentioned, it's just that it's a different material and a different texture of the seats. That's about it. So that's about the rear seat comfort of the car. Now let's go ahead and drive the car and see how it is to drive, because that's what really makes or breaks the deal. Is it really different to drive? How different it sounds? How nice it is? Are the tweaks enough for you to make a decision to buy it over a regular i20 Asta DCT? Let's go ahead and check it out. How is the drive? Even though Hyundai hasn't made any mechanical changes to the engine, there are no tweaks to the engine. It's the regular engine that you get in the i20. The i20 N line comes in only one engine option, which is a 1-liter Turbo GDI petrol engine with max power of 88.3 kilowatts or 120 PS. And actually, I've been driving the Hyundai i20 Asta for a while now. It's like a long-termer for us, and we've been driving that. And I really thought, if there are no mechanical engine changes, would it be any different to drive the i20 N line? And trust me, whatever they've done with the steering and the suspension, especially all the brakes now come as disc brakes, has made a world of a difference to the driving capability of this car. The cornering is just exceptional. I mean, it's so grounded, it's so stuck to the road. I mean, I was really cornering and testing it to the limits and revving it, and these paddle shifters add to the control of the car. Like, you can really churn out the maximum performance of the car thanks to the paddle shifters. You can really downshift at the corner and take that agile turn, and it really is always in control. In terms of torque, you get 172 Newton meters of torque. And as I mentioned, that I've been driving the i20 Asta DCT version for a while now, and I was not expecting such major changes, especially when the price was announced and it was just 50,000 above the regular i20 Asta, and I was like, Well, what all can we get in 50,000 rupees, right? Well, truth be told, you got 27 new unique features, be it the interior, the exterior, drivability, the steering, the suspension, the paddle shifters. The list is endless. It's like 27 extra features over the top of the line Asta model, making it an exceptional value for money car. In terms of mileage, the company claims that you would get 20.25 km per liter on the DCT variant and 20 km per liter on the IMT variant. When it's like, if you are a performance enthusiast, if you are somebody who really likes to have that kind of image that you are a really sporty, athletic person, then this car is really for you. And that's why exactly for this video, I am dressed in a very athletic way, and you must be thinking why I'm in a jumper and a tracksuit. But the reason for that is that it's this kind of a car that really makes you feel athletic, sporty, and that's exactly what this car is all about. And trust me, if what I've been told, the sound would have been 4 times what it is right now if they didn't have to follow the norms in India. There are a lot of strict rules in India that limit you to sound the car to a certain level. You can't really make all the pops and crackles and all that great sound that we would have loved from a performance vehicle. This has been tweaked, especially not just aesthetically it has been tweaked, but the sound is really something that you would love. And you'll hear that a lot of times in our video. We made special arrangements. We put a mic near the mufflers so that you can hear that sound. So in my experience, the weighted steering makes a lot of difference. It's not just like a regular Hyundai steering that are very light and very agile. It's still agile, but there is some character and weight to it, because this is a car that can do 0 to 100 in under 10 seconds. So they wanted to make sure that you have a steering that is always in control. In terms of safety features, you get automatic headlamps, ISO fixed seats, emergency stop signal, hail assist control, electronic stability control, tire pressure monitoring system. Similarly, the suspension has been tweaked in such a manner that the car is like literally stuck to the road, and it's like when you're turning at really high speeds also, it was always in control. You could hear those tire screeches and you could smell the rubber, but the car was always in control, which was really nice to see. That's what I'm talking about. You feel that you're in a performance car. It's not just that you're just paying 50,000 more for those aesthetic or these design changes. It's not like that. The car feels different to drive. That's about it. I mean, that's all I would tell you. And when you're planning to buy one, do make sure that you get a chance to drive both, because though it's exclusive to only the Hyundai signature showrooms, which are around out of 450 or 500 showrooms that Hyundai has, I think 150 of them are signature. And if you have one in your city, please go ahead and try both the cars and you will know what difference I'm talking about. The drivability is really nice. It's tried and tested Hyundai i20, and there's no second thought about it, how well it performs and how good it feels. Now we'll be going some rough patches and going past these big bump holes, and again you'll feel that the suspension, because it's little stiffer, you feel that it's not hard, it's stiffer, but you don't feel that thud sound that you find in other cars which have really tight suspension or a hard suspension. This one is in a way a mix of match of both and best of both worlds. And like right now it's really a cobbled street and we're moving past that, and I don't feel that it's like really hitting the ground because of the tighter suspension or a stiffer suspension. It's really going past it. So that's all about the drive of the Hyundai i20 N line. So the i20 N line comes in 3 trims, which is the N6 IMT, the N8 IMT and the N8 DCT. In terms of pricing, the N6 IMT is priced under 10 lakh rupees and it's priced at 9,84,000. The N8 IMT is priced under 11 lakhs and is priced at 10,87,000. And the top model, which is the N8 DCT, is priced under 12 lakh, which is 11,75,500. So this was our first drive of the Hyundai i20 N line, the car that democratizes performance car in India, the one for the performance enthusiast and the one that sounds great, has great handling, and I'm sure you're gonna love it. If you want to know more about this car, please leave a comment below or tweet to us on the Unbiased blog. Also, please make sure to subscribe the channel if you still haven't subscribed the channel, and make sure you share it with your friends and family. Thanks for watching the Unbiased blog.